Well, this is good news. Good job, Japan. Da 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 da. Otaku J. Otaku J. Jingle, jingle. Jingle, jingle. All right, enough of that. Garp. So recently did a video, and I've seen a couple other people do it. I've seen a lot of articles online, but hardly anyone doing like videos on it. A couple have. I was a bit on it, but as soon as I put it up there, then I find out about this, and I'm like, man, I gotta update it, or I'll just do an update of it. And here's the update. So, remember Mr. Taro Yamada, a politician in Japan, running, and he was talking about fighting against censorship of manga, anime, and apparently on this it says video games. So, yeah, So the candidate dedicated to fighting against censorship of manga, anime, and video games wins the election to Japanese House of Councilors. Whoa. Again, we need guys like this over here because there's too much of this. Again, it's that small percentage. Most people don't care about this. That's that small, tiny percentage that have control of this stuff that are forcing people to think a certain way, act a certain way, create a certain way, which is disturbing. I mean, look at like Soini, whatever. Again, not saying, but it looks like it, how they're forcing Japanese people to change their culture, who they are, what they, their creativity, their games, their way of life, what they like to do, forcing them to speak English, all this creepy stuff, and then of course the company's sitting there saying large-breasted women are freaks and they're not real, they're not people, you're gross, you get out of here, and getting all offended and creeped out by fictional drawings, whether they're cute little lolly girls or above that and just bouncy, jiggly, sexy women or girls and stuff like that, and they're offended by it because they're just sad wastes of life is basically all you can say what they are. They have nothing going for them, nobody loves them, nobody cares of their existence, so they gotta because they're miserable, they gotta make everyone else miserable, and somehow they have this little bit of puppet control where they can go, hey, I don't play this or watch this or read any of this, but I want you to change it. We're the companies in the West. We're gonna have to agree with these people. Why don't you listen to the people who are your target audience, people who are buying your, shut up, you losers. And that's usually how it is nowadays. I mean, look at the movie companies nowadays. You can't negative review something. You can't say this movie was bad. You can't say you would rather have this movie when for years the movies were this way, but now we're changing it to our ways and you're upset with it. Well, you're just the man babies, incels, loser virgins. You women too. It's weird. We need something like this to fight against the censorship and fight for, the freedom of speech, freedom of being able to create and make whatever you want and all that stuff there. So props to this guy, yay. Let's continue on with it. The anti-censorship campaign stance of Japan House of Councilors candidate Taro Yamada appears to have resonated strongly with his constituents, as it has been reported that he has won his bid for election. Cool. Greatly focused on standing against the censorship of comics, mangas, video games, appealing greatly to the otaku community. During his campaign, never underestimate the power of otakus, nerds, geeks, and all that stuff there. We will rise up. During his campaign, Yamada further courted the otaku community by playing a custom Vocaloid theme song. Oh yeah, that was... Yamada Taru no Uta, or Yamata Taru Strong, from the speakers of his campaign cars. Come on, that is amazing. That is super cool. That is awesome. In addition to standing against censorship media, he's also focused on issues such as internet privacy and freedom of expression on the internet. On July 21st, the NHK declared that Yamada, formerly a member of the House, had regained a seat. Again, as I mentioned in the other one, again here, Dan Kanemitsu, translator for the recent Netflix dub of Neon Genesis Evangelion. Boy, a lot of people having fake outrage towards that one. Westerners, I tell you. Notice that the resonance of Yamada's message and its translations into a political victory election could be a preview of the clout otakus will have in national politics of Japan in the future. So, upon achieving victory in his election bid, Yamada noted that he was able to win without the major financial backing and support other candidates have access to, thanking his supporters and saying he will do his best to realize the policy he promised to them. Anime, video games, manga, censorship has become a growing concern. Sony again, hiss boo, piece of recently confirmed they have a censorship policy. I mean, and then there's the ethics department, then there's another ethics. Isn't it funny how the ethics is only in concern of females? So what I'm telling you, it's a hatred towards femininity, towards women. Well, if you people can't see that, then there's no hope for you. It's because attractive women are bad for those losers who aren't. And then, of course, the male gaze or whatever. And that's basically what it is. And it's because, again, you can't control Japan, and America and the West wants to control them so badly so they can control them with their politics politics and their agendas like they do here. Can't happen. Hopefully guys like this will keep rising up and stopping this crap. Losers. All of you weird SJW types. Global standards. No, global standards, there's no such thing, and they're forcing it upon other people. It's amazing how they force all this stuff on people. They wouldn't like it if they did to them, though. And then, again, they brought up the whole UN thing, where it's like the UN trying to ban manga and anime because of lolly stuff, and when it turns out like a good chunk of them were actually abusing and, raping actual kids. Again, it's like that every time. Haven't you noticed? Isn't it funny how every time people online or all these politicians, officials, random Joes, journalists, always sit there and do the harassing towards people who just want to play their hobbies, enjoy their hobbies, games, anime, manga, comics, you name it. And then they go out there and go, oh, you're an ist, you're a phobe, you're a pedo. And then this just in, that person just actually, their skeletons came out of the closet and they are in fact were charged with sexual stuff towards children. Every time. So whenever you see anyone talk like that, you're gonna be like, So yeah, this is amazing. And they're asking here, what do you make of Taro Yamada's win? Sounds good. More power to the guy. And then not only that article, but we also have one from Anime News Network. Hiss, boo, because they've been bitching a lot about fan service and trying to put politics in their stuff. So it's kind of like, dear God, you guys, come on, get lives. It's anime. Stay away from anime, all you weirdos. Shapers. A Taku interest politician wins seat in Japanese House of Councilors. So again, campaign for freedom of speech, internet privacy. Yamada is very popular on Twitter, YouTube, and Nico Nico Doga, where he posts political content relating to otaku interests, such as freedom of speech and, again. In 2012, he ran as a candidate for the former Your Party, a centrist splinter group from the LDP that dissolved in 2014, and was elected to the House of Councilors. During this time, he opposed applying child laws to anime and manga, because it's fiction. What the hell's wrong with the people? But we can go and have these actual people doing this stuff. There was that thing now recently with the Democratic pool party thing, where they want people ages as young as 12 can come to it, but parents and people aren't allowed to watch it because of privacy issues. You support that, but a drawing. Come on, people. You guys are nuts. For his election company, you guys are so much disturbing, disgusting. Oh, hell is just waiting for a lot. Anyway, for his election campaign, Yamada emphasized his opposition to piracy sites and his support for the legalization of fan derivative works such as doujin, cool, and fanfiction. So yeah, I mean, this is pretty cool. A lot of people seem okay with it. Not many people on the ANN, they probably don't care too much for this because they're probably, my take from recently, they're probably against his stance on trying to protect this stuff. And then someone does have the question, what do you mean legalize doujinshi? They're already legal. It's like, again, that's a gray area, depends on the company, but technically they are, because you know how that business is there. Holy crap, if you get rid of that, if you got rid of anime, manga, the doujins, all that stuff, that's a lot of stuff for Japan. But then again, depends kind of like, Nintendo, I can understand it, but, I'm still gonna do fan art if I want, especially Bowser or something, because I'm sure because technically that's not even. But there's a lot of them that are like, yeah, I want you to make lewds of my characters. Some people are like, yeah, lewd my waifus. I'm like, who wouldn't want that? I mean, you got people are like, that's awesome that they do that. So that's pretty good. What do you guys think? Yay for him. Now this is the one where not all heroes wear capes. Some, look like, awesome Japanese businessmen. Look like he, someone told me he probably, looks like he would perfectly fit running a Japanese studio by the way he looks. He looks like that kind of guy that likes this stuff and is okay with it. So we need more people like this over here in the West to help fight this stuff. We need more people to fight this. Yay for him. Congratulations. This is awesome. And what do you guys all think? This is good? I think it's good. So yay, keep it happening. Ding 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 ding